Hello folks, it's Mr. Valiant here, and this is a revised video to my Castlebrook's grade 9 students, and could be any student that's in the Tech Ed program, technological education. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peek down here and I'm going to show you the way we designed our course. And in the spirit of exploring technology is basically we wanted you within that first year to experience aspects of tech through these various modules, okay, starting with, let's say, broadcast, construction, tech design, tech animation, and so on, robotics, coding, and so forth. Being in distant learning, it's given us a challenge and an opportunity to actually challenge us to see things differently. One, for me, within my modules, what I've said to my students is I don't expect you to have the technology software base to finish these assignments. Pardon me, it's going to be a long day this Sunday. However, through this opportunity, what we're doing is actually looking at ways we can still continue the learning without the previous expectation or delivery through software or the shop. So for me, I'm thinking, here you are, you're in the animation rotation, but in reality, the animation rotation has a foundation that connects to all areas of technology, okay? And that is the ability to communicate your ideas through a form of communication, and that is simply drawing. Drawing is so powerful, and many students shy away from it by saying various things that I suck, I don't like drawing, it's too hard. Well, the reality is everybody here learned to walk. That was the hardest first thing that everybody was challenged to do from a very young age. Any sport, any professional that plays must practice first. You don't show up to a game, could be a hockey player, could be a basketball player, it does not matter, or a soccer player, and show up on the pitch or the ice or the court and say, hey, I'm ready, coach, let me play. Doesn't work. Thousands of hours of work, of practice, of building new skills. That's in every profession. Doesn't have to be sports. Learning is learning. Growth is growth. This is an opportunity for everybody here to learn a language that kind of it gives you an opportunity to think through your mind and deliver it through your hand, in a sense that you can draw, you can build objects, and so forth. And that's connected to all areas of technology, okay? And you know what? I can't imagine, like I've created these lessons online, and it's on YouTube, that talks about the connections to other areas within society as professional career directions. So let's just go down here and talk about the framework for this grade 9 rotation, okay? From here on in, if we stick to distant learning in September, this is the direction I'm going with, okay, for animation. So first off, in animation, I challenged everybody to learn to draw simple objects, okay? And what are those objects right now? So let's just bring those up right here. I'll say bye-bye to all this. And I'm going to show you right here, okay? And it starts with this one. Look at these simple objects, okay? And I have numerous lessons, and they're linked right below. It'll all be laid out for you on Balian and Mr. Shake or anybody else who's running the rotation. So look at this. We start with lines. We take those lines and we make squares. Squares become diamonds, okay? Divide the squares and you'll realize why. And then you realize that we're going to go into cubes, cylinders, spheres, and cones. With that, you can pretty much design anything you want. You can design shoes, you can design fashion clothing, you can design cars, you can design computer products, a computer mouse, you know, and so on. So looking at the links here, the first link we're going to ask you to watch is this one. Grade 9 animation drawing lessons start here, where I go through the simple lessons of drawing lines, as you could see. And then you work your way to ovals, and ovals to cylinders, okay, tapered, non-tapered. You will see, and then we'll go into spheres and so forth. What else do we have here? Okay, and then cones. We design trees. You see, with the cones, eventually it becomes trees, right? But very designed, very stylized. That's the word I want. Okay, look, it continues and so forth, and then we end up at this top hat. This is how I was running the unit prior to distance learning, okay? So you can see this was the challenge. We brought those elements in to create this composition right here, right? Look at that. We've got a hut and it's we drew it out for us. We took those cones and cylinders and spheres and we put it all together, and then we compose it within the Comtech art. Being a film director, taking photography, you're using elements and principles to put together, such as the rule of thirds, framing, composition, foreground, and those are at the end. That's third week for you guys, okay? So the first week is simply for you guys to just recreate up to here, 1 to 7 or 1 to 8, these on 4 pages, okay? So basically it would look something like this. Hey, what happened here, Johnny? There it is. Yes, they bought that one. Okay, so look, I'm asking you guys week 1, 4 sheets of paper. You decide, okay? What do you want on those sheets? As you can see here, the lines ended up being rectangles. The rectangles tapered into looking like a hut. And then eventually you learn to make those ovals into cylinders. And then those circles become spheres for a snowman and so forth. Right? So our students in the past, in our rotations, were actually creating their own environments, okay? Mr. Kachaluba's class added, let's say they added spaceships crashing into the scene, so, you know, planets up ahead, the moons and so on. So everybody has an opportunity to create a scene. Remembering at the end of the day, all you did is you incorporate lines and shapes, and then you applied primitives, which are cylinders, spheres, cubes, and cones, to make a composition. That's our goal, okay? So week 2, you build on a new direction for this distant learning process. And here's a picture of what I've done, and I'm kind of showcasing both here. See, we started over here in this one here, where we were in the past making our own versions of this. And there's, again, another lesson here showing you guys there. That's going to be the second lesson for you guys to watch. It's here, this revised distance learning, and basically we're giving you guys opportunities to go further. For example, you can go into the game design world and say, look at these guys, look what they've built, look at this. And then you look at this and say, oh yeah, it looks like a triangle, looks like a cube, looks like a half a sphere, and so forth. So you can stylize the learning within that framework, the direction you want to go. Okay, so you'll see back again over here in Sketchbook, I'm teaching you guys methods of drawing spheres and cutting out pieces of it. This becomes little baby Yoda's baby carriage, in a sense, that kind of hovers, right, within Mandalorian. So you can take that theme and looking at this bunch of ovals, and then I took this method here. You will see there's another layer here. In that last video, I'm showcasing you guys the opportunity of actually, let's say somebody wants to go sci-fi-ish. All you do is you make a bunch of rectangles, and rectangles together are buildings, right? You don't have to go 3-dimensionally, but look at this. This is a landing platform and so forth. And then here's like little spaceships landing. You will see what I did is, so week 2 is coming up with ideas of composition. So you sketch what you see, you put it together as elements, Lego pieces. It's a puzzle. Week 3, you put it all together into composition. Okay, just a doodle sketch, pencil, crayons, no computer requirement. And you can say, Mr. Bellion, I'm going this way. Okay, week 4, you clean it up, and then you either you have the choice of designing your own robot as a character. So really, these are all stepping stones within the animation program that you get to work with in grade 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so I took that drawing, as you can see here, same drawing right here. And then week 3, what you're doing is adding color and maybe ending up with a composition, framing it, and so forth. So this is the big idea for this assignment for you guys. We have 4 weeks left, and let's make the best of it. And there's going to be many links for you guys, references, and so forth. And I'll be adding additional lessons for my 9s as well, of creating their own robots for fun. Okay, and all we're doing is using simple shapes. We're not learning perspective drawings to make the buildings look like within a town, 1.2 point, nothing like that. You're simply taking simple elements, putting it together, and you can see that you can design pretty much anything after this. Okay, I'm sorry for the long intro here, but this is definitely a different way of looking at it. Not bad. 10 minutes. Woo, champion. All right, guys, so please leave us messages throughout D2L or Google Classroom to your teachers, and we're here to support you. And the goal for us is for you to pick a theme that you like and you go in a direction. Own it. Make it your own, okay? That's what learning really, the good learning, the real learning happens when you kind of take ownership of an assignment, okay? And then you have opportunities to go different directions. As you could see, in the past we were here, then we moved along down here, then we went to spaceships, and now we're adding buildings, and now we're adding week 4 simple cartoon style robots. I'll elaborate further. That's it in a nutshell, guys. That's the intro for you guys. Let's do this together, okay? Bye for now. Balian out. See you on YouTube and my class, my YouTube channel, and on D2L. Bye-bye.